Yeah, welcome to YouTube channel. This is Priest, and in today's video we'll be having top-down analysis on the dollar index and the EURUSD. Okay, so on the dollar index, you can see that on the dollar index we are having a bullish break of structure to the upside here. Okay, we had this bearish break of structure, and then we had this bullish break of structure to the upside. Okay, so on that bullish break of structure to the upside, you can see that we swept this high, it didn't close. So for this to be our inducement, we have this for our liquidity lows. Okay, so and then giving a break of structure to the upside here. Okay, so we've not yet had a daily close here, so we'll be waiting for a daily close here to indicate whether the daily time frame has a break of structure to the upside or not. So if we get the break here with a closure, we will be testing this other block here, okay, for continuation to the upside. All right, so as of now we have not yet had a break of structure to the upside. We had this break of structure to the upside here, right? So after that break of structure to the upside, you can see that we had this break here on the close, on the low, and the break of structure to the upside. So we didn't mitigate this other block here because this close here didn't sweep any. Okay, it swept this liquidity before that break. So this was somehow a strong high, and um, after that close here, this was a strong low, and then we break to then give a change of character to the downside here. But this liquidity demand zone was an unmitigated demand zone. So this could be our major inducement for mitigation then to break, because in this price leg, we don't have any demand zone in this H4 price leg here. All right. So the demand zone lied below this external low. So this was somehow a change of character, but it wasn't a true change of character until this demand zone fails. Then this will be a true change of character to downside. So you see that after mitigating this fair value gap, price then swept this to break this high. So now we are having H4 break of structure to the down upside here. Okay, on the 30 minutes time frame, you can see that on the 30 minutes time frame, we are having this break of structure to the upside too on the 30 minutes time frame. So the daily is bullish, the H4 is bullish, and then the M30 too is bullish. Okay, so after that close here, we are having this other block here. So price will then mitigate this other block, give a lower time frame shift, then we sell and we buy to break this high. Okay, so that's the liquidity lies below here. All right, so after mitigating this, we will be looking to sweep this low, mitigate this other block, and then give a lower time frame shift to then buy to the upside if no liquidity has been engineered. So this other block here is also my point of interest. Okay, so these are my M30 other blocks here. Okay, so price, we will be waiting for price to mitigate this other block or this, then give a lower time frame shift, then we buy. So we use a confirmation entry here and then a confirmation entry here, because once price breaks this low, we anticipate that this is our strong low. So break here will indicate a change of character to the downside. Okay, for a supply zone to be mitigated here. But when price mitigates this one, we'll be looking for a lower time frame shift to then break the high, even though it's a change of character, because we don't have any major inducement being taken through on this impulsive break here. The only liquidity was swept here, the Asia low liquidity, but we need inducement to then validate a higher break of structure. Okay, so If price breaks this high, we'll be using this as our inducement to then mitigate this other block, give a lower time frame shift then to buy to break this high. So we'll be waiting for price to break this high or reverse, mitigate this. We use a lower time frame shift to then buy, or mitigate this and we use a lower time frame shift to buy to the upside to break this high. Okay, so on the Euro USD, on the Euro USD, you can see that on the daily time frame, this is our daily time frame on the Euro USD. So we've not yet had a break of structure. Okay, or we're not yet close to a break of structure on the daily time frame on the Euro USD. All right. So if you look at the weekly time frame, we had this break of structure to the downside here on the weekly time frame. Okay, we had another break here on the weekly time frame. So we've swept the previous weekly high, and then we are yet to close on the low. Okay, so on the daily time frame, this is our low. We are looking to then break. Okay, so this is our strong high. This is our strong high, and this is our weak low on the daily time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, you can see on the 4-hour time frame, we had this break of structure to the downside. Okay, and then we've had another break of structure to the downside here on the 4-hour time frame. So this is then our external high. We are yet to then create an external low, which is a weak low. All right. So after price mitigating this other block here, I was looking to get a sweep here before price then breaks this low. Okay. So this is our internal breaks here. You can see we have internal break of structures to upside and then downside here. So our recent internal break here is this one. Okay. On the 30-minute time frame, you can see on the 30-minute time frame we had this break of structure to the downside here. Okay. So after that break of structure to the downside, you can see we have this M30 other block here. Okay. So that M30 other block there, we don't have liquidity. Sorry, we don't have a liquidity in this price leg that book the low. The liquidity will be available if this low breaks here for this to be our liquidity high. Price will sweep it, mitigate either the M50 or the M30 order block, give a lower time frame shift, then we sell to the downside to break this low. Okay. So when we go to the 50-minute time frame, you can see this order block too is valid, the 50-minute time frame. Okay. So I'll be waiting for price to break this low for this to be our liquidity high or inducement. Sweep it, mitigate one of those supply zones, give a lower time frame shift, then we sell to the downside. All right. So on the 50-minute time frame, you can see that we have a valid liquidity high here. So if price decides not to even break this low, mitigate either of these other blocks, we will be looking for a low time frame shift to then sell because we have a valid inducement here. So if we had this to be cleared on the 50-minute time frame, so we'll be looking to mitigate 50 minutes order block here, okay, to then sell. So on the 50 minutes team, we use 50 minutes supply zones here because we have an inducement on the 50 minutes. So this is our 50 minutes supply zones. So that's the supply zones we'll be looking to then use to sell. Okay. Then we sell to break this low. All right. So if price sweeps this low, we'll be having an inducement on the 30 minutes time frame. Then we'll be using this 30 minutes order block here. Okay. So as of now, we'll be focusing on the 15 minutes because we have this inducement on the 15 minutes time frame. So we analyze on the 50 minutes time frame, we analyze on the 30 minutes time frame. You get it? All right. So if price then breaks this low, we'll be using this M15 order block and then M30 order block too, because we're having both M30 and M15 inducement zones. So on the 4 hour time frame, you can see we had this break. So this is an M4 H4 supply zones in question that we are looking to then sell. So you can see that this H4 order block, this M15 order block lies within this H4 order block. So this is not our interest of higher interest. Okay, we'll be looking for this strongly as compared to this.